Shalom, 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 and happy new moon. It is the first new moon of the year, Aviv 1, as it's Tuesday night here, March the 28th, going into March the 29th. It is the first of Aviv, the new moon, conjunctive new moon, when the sun, earth, and moon are all in a straight line. That conjunction happened this morning, so the day of the new moon happens tonight. It's not only the first day of the year, but it is the first day of a Jubilee year. It was 50 years ago, the last Jubilee in 1967, that the Jews retook Jerusalem for the first time in 50 years. And now, 50 years later, here on Aviv 1, 2017, we enter into another Jubilee year, the 50th year. This is officially tonight, starts the 14-day countdown to Passover, which of course begins on Monday night, April 10th, and goes into Tuesday evening, April 11th. The Passover meal happens on Tuesday evening, April 11th, as you go into the first day of unleavened bread. That is on April 12th for the next 7 days. You have the Feast of First Fruits in the midst of that. But tonight begins the Jubilee that was announced last Yom Kippur. As you can see, you can read about the Jubilee in Leviticus 25. But as you can see historically, at the Jubilee, all of the debts were canceled. All of the slaves were set free, and all of the land was returned to its rightful owner. This is a physical example of the spiritual truths that are fulfilled in Yahshua HaMashiach, and will be finished at his second coming. The debt of sin is canceled, the slaves of sin are set free, and the rulership of the earth will return to Yahshua HaMashiach and his bride forever. Hallelujah. I'm looking forward to that. It is the year of Jubilee. 2017, the year of Jubilee, a time to proclaim liberty. As it says in Leviticus 25:10, you shall hallow the 50th year and proclaim liberty throughout all the land and to all the inhabitants thereof. So I want to wish everyone tonight a very happy, not only new moon, not only new year, but a happy, happy Jubilee year of 2017. In 1917, that whole land portion of the Middle East, for the first time, fell into the hands of the British, the West, taken out of the hands of the Ottoman Turks. That was the first time that had happened in thousands of years, that it fell back into the hands of the West. Not since the Crusades had that portion of land been in the West. And then 50 years later, in 1967, then Jerusalem fell into the hands of the Jews. And now 2017. It is my opinion, my belief, my strong belief that the Temple Mount, that whole area, will at last fall into the hands of the Jews, which will set in motion the prophecies in Revelation leading toward eventually the culmination of Yahshua returning and, of course, establishing a 1,000-year Sabbath rest, millennial kingdom, that he'll rule and reign, and will truly be a 1,000-year-long Jubilee on planet Earth. Look up. Comfort one another with the words of being caught up together with Yahshua in the air to meet him. Keep his commandments, obey his Torah, be filled with his Spirit, covered in his blood. Walk in the fruits of the Spirit, obey his word. And celebrate this new moon, this Jubilee. 14 days, T-minus 14 days now, until Pesach, Passover. Shalom, 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 and happy new moon. This is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries, website spiritandtorah.com.